So today we're going to be doing lesson 5D, Graphing Linear Inequalities, Part 2. So now, rather than graphing just one line, we're going to be graphing two inequalities. And what that's going to make is we're going to graph both of these, and I'm going to use one color to shade for the first equation and one color to shade for the second equation. So we're going to have two different colors on our graphs because we have two linear inequalities. So the first one, I notice m is -1 and b is 0. So I'm going to start at 0 and I'm going to count down 1 over 1. So I'm going to keep counting that direction, get a few dots on my graph, so that way when I go to put my ruler down or straight edge, I know exactly where I should put it. Now also keep in mind this is greater than or equal to, so this is going to be a solid line, and I could not find a ruler real quick, so I'm just going to use the edge of a note card. You can use an ID card, you can use anything that will make it straight. Okay, so this is the first equation, and it's saying y is greater than that. So for this equation, I'm going to shade everything above because it says y is greater than or equal to -x. So I'm going to go ahead and shade above. Now, if you're using pencil, you could shade very, very lightly, where I would encourage you to get two different highlighters. So that's for the first line. For the second one, this is y is greater than or equal to x. So for this line, slope is +1. Sorry about that, I was still looking up above. B is 0. So I'm still going to start at 0, but this time I'm going to go up 1 and over 1. Now this is also going to be a solid line. So take your straight edge. And this says everything greater than this line. So now I'm going to take my other color. So I'm going to use pink, and I'm going to shade everything above this line. Okay? So that would be everything here. So I'm going to color this in. And the solution for this graph is where the two colors overlap. So my first line, this one right here, I needed to shade above this line. So it was everything up here. For my second graph, I also needed to shade above, so it's everything here. Well, my solution is where the two colors overlap, and you can kind of see where it's a little bit orange. So yellow, pink, and then where they overlap is orange. If you were using a pencil or a pen, you can just shade the overlapped part. So your solution is everything in this section here. Now when two lines cross, they're going to create 4 sections. Only one of them will be the overlap. So they're going to overlap this way. Okay? So this is the solution to this system of linear inequalities for number 1. Now, a lot of times you can just shade or write above and above. And if you don't have two different colors, then you might want to wait and use your pencil at the very end to shade what they have in common. So here's another way your answer may have looked if you were doing this with just one highlighter. So I'm only shading where the two overlap. So this is number 1 right here. So you can use two colors every time, and where they overlap is your solution, or you can just use one color and shade your final solution.